All right, final day of Club Fest. Very easy week, other than that one atrocious day. I'm sure that Bandai is going to treat us beautifully for this final day. Ain't no way they're going to be rude for this last day. Going to be a nice, relaxing, easy run for sure. Hey everybody, Tokasa here. Day 7 of Club Fest. You already probably saw in the intro who we've dealing with. I didn't even want to attempt this day. I was expecting some nice, easy finish line. I don't even know why I thought about that. I just thought they were treating us pretty nice this whole week. We could just breeze through it. But nah, they gotta toss this atrocious nightmare at us on the final day for day 7. Celeb Bakugo, New Year's Ochako, and New Year's Bakugo. How fun, how fantastic. Now, I did try this one quite a few times because I was just getting annoyed trying to figure out what team to use and whatnot. But I got basically 280,000 points. I'm done. I tap out with this score right here. I'm satisfied, so I am going to probably upload this before, way before the actual day ends. So maybe if this is what helps you get towards that finish line, that extra step to get to whatever ranking you are or your club, hopefully that benefits you. But yeah, this is the team I did use. It's been pretty much bread and butter, these three. I only swapped out Deku the odd day for Ochako, for that other New Year's Ochako one. And then yesterday was Tokoyami. I had to get my goat in here. So this is usually the three that I've been using the entire time. And it's exactly the same for me. Like I said, I'm not the best at this. There's probably better strategies, better teams, better memories. This is just what I used to get to the success I did. And yeah, so I'm just going to go through an entire run with everybody here and just show you essentially what I did, my strategy going into it. But yeah, the only difference is now with this Bakugo, I have this memory on him instead of battle formation, getting even, very good for damage rate, crit skill, or this character skill impact by 35%, crit rate by 15%, and if there's a pro hero on the team, just throw it on the bench, like my All Might is there, and then shortens character's cooldown by 2 every 3 turns up to 3 times. Very disgusting memory, but I was still having plus ultra, gauge problems, so I had to throw on battle formation on Deku, instead of him having full power young ones and Nezure having coordinated rescue. It was just so that all my plus ultras were aligned with everybody. So that's pretty much the only difference. And anyways, we're gonna hop in and do an entire run of this nightmare. And honestly, to be completely honest, jokes aside with like my little beginning there, it's not as bad as day 5. Day 5 sucked. Day 5 was worse. I hated day 5. This one, or at least I don't believe it was as bad. So it was a lot easier for me to figure out, or at least find like a decent rhythm. The only thing I haven't gotten like down put, you'll see on turn 12 I kind of struggle a little bit. I'm sure if I just had a bit more plus ultra gauge, or I just like did my action skills differently, I could probably make it work better. But yeah, anyway, so here's how I approach this. So we are slower turn 1. So for turn 1, I usually have Bakugo go first, because the New Year's Bakugo will get his barrier here. It is kind of annoying, but since Bakugo's AoE attacks multiple times, I don't really have to worry about it. Obviously, a couple of them will be 0, but outside of that, it's not too big of a deal to deal with. And yeah, I know you can block the buff for that barrier there, but I prefer to do it here, and I'll explain further down why I make that decision. But I actually use this on turn 2, which I will do right here. Also, the main reason I attack first with Bakugo there instead of Deku, just to get maximizing the amount of points as possible. Since Deku's AoE only hits once, and obviously hits a lot harder, like an individual number, I don't want to make it hit 0, where if Bakugo's it hits like 3 or 4 times per enemy, I'm okay with one of them being the 0 that removes the barrier and the other one's hit, right? Just mathematically kind of makes sense, if you get what I'm saying. If you don't, it doesn't matter what order you do it in, I guess. But yeah, anyways, gonna continue on. Now we will block the buffs on that New Year's Bakugo, so we don't really have to worry about barrier. And now there's only one last little bit of RNG we kind of have to deal with. It's kind of minuscule, but nothing really much to worry about. Here's another thing, what I was talking about with battle formation, having that up. As you can see, even with New Year's Ochako's plus ultra gauge lowering, I do not have to worry about plus ultra gauge. It's nice. It's so much amplification from everything from within the characters and then within all the memories I'm wearing, that it's nice. Okay, good. That was the last piece of RNG I kind of had to avoid, and that was getting binded. That stupid plus ultra can bind. And it's happened to me, and it's very upsetting. So, Now you're gonna see, it would be smartest to attack this Bakugo. You would think, right? Because I have 2 yellows and that's purple. I actually go for either or. I'll go for Bakugo this time. And now I will just kind of rinse and repeat everything. I always do the AoEs turn 1, and then I'll use Bakugo's block buff on turn 2. So as long as I keep everything here, even if I miss an action skill chain, I'm going to leave it. This is essentially the exact same lineup and run I did. So the main reason I start targeting the others for their normals instead of the Katsuki in the middle is because there's a certain threshold. For me, I don't know if I'm just not applying certain buffs right. You'll see further down the line. I'm assuming as long as everything goes smoothly, it'll be the same story. Oh, see, I made a mistake there. I should have attacked second of Bakugo. I missed that extra percentage in chain damage. My bad. My bad. But once you get him down into the reds, like his life's down to like that last little 10% or whatever, he can actually start to regenerate health, which does affect your overall score. It doesn't matter how much damage you do. I think it's the percentage of life they have remaining, right? So you want to actually start targeting all your attacks away from these other 2. You don't want them all to go to Bakugo in the middle, or New Year's Bakugo is what I should say, because what I've experienced during this is when I get the Bakugo in the middle down to that threshold and he starts healing, it affects my score graciously. And I don't have the firepower to like, KO him, so this is exactly what I do here. So now that he's got his attack, I'm okay with him having a barrier once, right? So I will actually just do my AoEs again. Like I said, I don't want the normal damage hitting him because he does definitely take the most damage over there. Even though he's the one with the damage reduction, the other 2 do not have damage reduction. I believe he has 30% damage reduction. But simply just because he's type disadvantaged, and I'm applying the block buff on him, he definitely takes the most damage. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. And the other 2 in the middle do not. And see, I'm okay with, if a normal gets rid of that barrier, by all means, you throw out that barrier all you like. I do not mind. And now for this, I will apply Bakugo's ability here, Upper Blast, to block the buffs for future purposes, right? So here we go. Good thing that applied. You'll hopefully get some nice crits, which we do. Oh, and actually, we're doing pretty good this run. Everything's going pretty smoothly. Good thing, no bounding. It's really good having Bakugo, or Deku, and Nezure on the team, right? So much status ailment is going around. I don't really have to worry about it. These plus ultras are all pretty good, all aligned, and I don't think we can aim off him. Yeah, this is one of those turns where he just has his aggro, so this is what I mean. Like, a lot of the damage I do start to do to him, it's unfortunate. It's just, it gets him down there anyways. And yes, another thing that I haven't really pointed out during this run is I try to make sure I'm always being very cautious of what Ochako is doing. So right now, she did her attack, right? Not the actual AO, or her plus ultra gauge lowering, which that ability is right there. But since I don't have plus ultra gauge up, it does not matter to me at all. I wish the block buff actually worked on her, but it doesn't. So, or maybe it does, and I just suck. Listen, like I said, I'm not no pro. So, we can now attack any other character. Since we've kind of been beating up that Celebrations Bakugo, now we're going to move our attention towards New Year's Ochako, and we're just kind of distributing the damage, as you're seeing, right? Because New Year's Bakugo's already taken a ton of damage, so I don't want him to get too low, even though these are all AoEs, so there's literally nothing I can do about it. And see, we're critting the crap out of that Bakugo in the middle, so you're going to see a perfect example of what I mean when he gets down to that threshold, where it's a mistake. And it's just, there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm actually not, usually the smarter thing for me to do probably here would be to block the Bakugo in the middle there, but simply just because we're doing too much damage, I'm actually going to go for New Year's Ochako. And yeah, just kind of shut her down a little bit. Now here's what I mean by turn 12. So, New Year's Ochako has a passive for every 3 turns, or on the 4th turn after the 3rd turn. You'll see my plus ultra gauge go down here, right? That's just part of her kit. I think it goes down 10% after every 3 turns. This is the turn where I know I could maximize some more damage for sure. I'm probably just don't have something aligned, or I'm not doing my timing correct, but outside of that, I'm pretty happy with how everything goes here. I'm sure there's like little gimmicks here and there I could fix, but all in all, I've been pretty happy with how this turns out, right? So we got a whole round of plus ultra here, which is pretty nice. Bakugo does not get hit by that because he has his barrier, thankfully. Don't have to worry about that. And then on the final turn, you can't really heal, right? Because it's the final turn. This is actually a pretty good run. This is going to be a pretty solid score. And see right there, you get a little bit of recovery. It only says 1, but it ain't 1. And now, since it's the final turn, I would like to get everybody down into the yellows for the final score. So I will do because he's got his barrier, and I want Deku to maximize his damage, I'll actually will do Bakugo first, Deku, and then Nezure to finish it up. And this is exactly the methods, or the strategy, I guess you'd call it, that I used to get to the finish line for this. This is actually a pretty good score. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm glad it just wasn't a dud run for my final attempt here, so. And yeah, that's it for Clubfest, day 7. So let me know what you guys got, what your strategies were for this last fight here. I did not think this one was as bad at all compared to the previous one. 282, definitely not my best. I definitely was wrong. I must have just got a really good run and getting lots of crits and stuff. But that is exactly the strategy I basically took. So, but yeah, that is it for this one. That is it for Clubfest. I guess I can show you where I am currently. I'm not going to do a recap at the end of this, but... Oh wait, was that my best? What was my score before? I thought I got 290. Was it 279? Did I just get my best run? Maybe I should try this a few more times. Maybe I could actually make my score better. I just got my best score, right? I'm tripping. I forget what my... I gotta review at the beginning of this video. I must have got my best score. But yeah, club overall, 11th. Like I said, we're gonna finish, like, I think we at the end of the day each time we're around 12th to 14th. Also, shout out to the Kazoku clan here. You'll see all of them are rocking the All Might pictures, as you can see with Sunny and Vipe and Shinku there. Pretty cool. They always got some fun gimmick going on. But oh yeah, individually, where am I? 28th. So that's where I'm at. I'm sure I'll probably get kicked out of the top 30 by the end of it, wherever the heck I'm hiding here. Me, hey, and the homie DRC3 right there too. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, I guess. That's the end for Clubfest. All in all, a lot easier than last time too. But at the same time, a lot more competition I find here. I figured I was actually like more focused this Clubfest. And last time I finished 31st, and this time with actually like a little bit more effort, I'm probably not even gonna get. I'm probably gonna finish top 40. So I love seeing more, you know, contribution, more effort out of people. It's great. You know, shout out to my club. We still did pretty damn good. I'm very happy with this, right? Of course, not quite top 10, but all in all, pretty good. So I guess that's my little wrap up on Clubfest. So yeah, if you didn't have Celeb Bakugo, rip. It was a hard-ass week without him, but yeah. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. That is it for Clubfest, and I will definitely have this up sometime soon, honestly, because later tonight is All Might, and I can't wait to summon for him. Yeah, that'll be fun, right before Annie. I got 5 multis, so we'll hope the best for that. So anyways, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in for each Clubfest day. Sorry for all the ones that I upset there with my horrible strategies or character choices. But I was having fun with this, man. I love Clubfest. Clubfest is good. It can be frustrating at times, but hey, it's different variety of content each day that makes you think a little bit. So all in all, I'm good with it. So anyways, until the next Clubfest, I mean, I'll be here every time I upload. I'm not gonna say every day because I miss days sometimes. So every time I'll still be here. I'll covering content on this game. But until the next Clubfest, if that is what you're in for, I'll see you then. But if not, I'll see you in the next one. And until then, Tokusou.